Hello and welcome back to the channel. My name is Steven, aka Storm, and we are back for some more of the Elder Scrolls Online as the mighty battle lizard Reewish here in the Morrowind DLC, Vardenfell. It is good to be back, everybody. I am looking forward to making some forward progress today. We're going to kick off where we left off, where we're going to do continue on Faith and Family, and we're going to talk to Counselor Iris.
That was a brave deed, rescuing the Sandras. I can't believe Lord Vivek wouldn't see worshippers today.
He's a living god. I'm sure he was just busy. He should have waited longer.
Lord Vivek is not feeling well. One thing I want to look at. Yeah, I've got very decent spell damage and spell critical. What's my spell recovery? Not great, to be honest. Magic recovery. That's not bad at all.
And so the Outlander returns, as we discussed in the swamp. I expected you to return with Vaya, or present me with a time and place for us to meet. Tell me, Outlander, which is it to be?
That was a complication.
Complication? What kind of complication? I ordered my soldiers to stand down and let you do things your way. But instead of results, you bring me excuses.
Your son is dead. He was killed during the House Redden raid on the Ashlander camp.
No, that's not possible. My son was banished, ordered to leave Vardenfell and never return. Why would he disobey me and go to those savages?
Vaya was with me. She confirmed it was her brother, Olrend.
Vaya was with you? And you left her out there? By the three, everything is unraveling no matter how hard I try to maintain control. I need you to do something else for me if you would.
What else do you need me to do, Counselor?
Tell my daughter I'm sorry. Tell her she needs to stay away until I can calm things down. I don't want to see anything happen to her. Promise me. And take this. Consider it payment for your efforts thus far. If you'll excuse me, I need some time to consider everything you've told me. Once I determine the best way to proceed, I'll contact you. In the meantime, make sure Vaya stays away from Balmoral and House Redden. It was never meant to be an attack. I sent Captain Briven to clear land that already belonged to House Redden. The Ashlanders were given an opportunity to depart. The situation didn't have to turn violent. Those damn savages should have just left.
It was an Ashlander camp. How was that Redrun land?
House Redden has been slowly expanding in that direction for years. We claimed that area almost a year ago, but we were forced to temporarily abandon it when a massive ash storm hit. Before we could return, the Ashlanders moved in. Redden depends on that land for hunting and resources. The Ashlanders are like a plague of insects. They sweep into an area, take everything, and move on. We couldn't allow them to do that here. So, I sent Captain Briven to convince them otherwise.
Sounds like you need to talk to I need to talk to Captain Briven. Where can I find him?
The captain serves House Redorin with honor and dedication. He's out doing his job. If Briven had anything to do with my son's death, he would have reported it to me. He'd have no reason to keep such news from me and the other counselors.
Ulrin left behind a speaking stone. His last message indicated that he planned to talk to Briven.
I'll speak to Briven when he returns. But understand, the captain operated under my orders. He's an exemplary soldier and an upstanding member of the House. Like me, everything he does is for the betterment of House Redorin.
Did you? Okay, no, we've already been through that. All right, let's go ahead and move on. So I'm making white bean soup tonight for dinner, and it smells absolutely amazing. Okay, did it not? Oh, right. I have to talk to Asher to pick up the next quest. Asher.
Over here.
Hello, Asher.
Now you told me what you found in the Ashlander mine. I can't imagine what Vaya must be going through right now, but she shouldn't be alone. That's why I came looking for you.
Why me? Isn't Naru with her?
Naru has responsibilities to tend to. Morag Tong responsibilities. Understand? She left me to keep Vaya company, but I'm not very good at spouting words of comfort and solace. Unless I can kill something. I'm very good at that.
So you want me to talk to Vaya?
You do understand. And now you implied you're as dense as the ash storms coming off Red Mountain. Good to know even the Mother of Blades can be wrong. Vaya's upset, and not just about her brother. She wanted to go with Nayu.
Alright, I'll talk to Vaya.
One other thing, Nayu's job concerns House Redorin. That's why she didn't want Vaya to accompany her on this one. Vaya's grief-stricken, angry, and ready to lash out at anyone and anything. So keep your head low and try not to upset her.
Sounds like you had some experience getting at Vaya's bad side.
I have experience getting on a lot of people's bad sides. Women, especially, find me exasperating. Irresistible, but exasperating. It's a gift.
Why does Vaya want to go with Naru?
Something about who Nayu's target is.
Naru.
Thinks the target may know something about what happened to her brother. Look, I'm not even sure how Vaya found out who Nayu's target is, and I don't want to know. Just go and talk to her, please.
Any advice on how I should approach Vaya?
Carefully, and with your hands empty and clearly visible. She's in the safe house beneath Balmora, or at least that's where I left her. But I didn't lock the door, so I suppose she could be anywhere by now. I suggest you hurry and get down there.
Asher, sometimes you are the most useless.
Get out of here, Ashur. I don't need a nursemaid no matter what Naru might... Oh, it's you. Sorry about that. Did Ashur send you to check up on me? I swear, the next person that treats me like a child is going to find my dagger in their stomach. Gods, I'm not mad at you. I'm just annoyed at everybody right now.
Do you want me to leave?
No, I don't think so. It's just been difficult. Finding poor Aura in the Ashlander camp. I need to be doing something. Sitting down here in the dark, hiding, that's not going to solve anything.
But Naru told you to stay, or Naru told you to stay here.
I know, but Naryu's writ. It involves a Redoran counselor. Exactly the opportunity I've been waiting for. The counselor knows who set up my brother. We need to talk to her before Naru executes the writ. Do this for me, and I promise to stay here.
Alright, I'll find... Where can I find Naru?
Well, Naru wouldn't tell me any specifics, but she trained me well. It wasn't hard to sneak a glance at the writ before she took off. Her target's at Arenan Manor, out in the swamp. Not far from that smelly cave, actually.
I'll go to Arnhem Manor and see if we can delay Naru's kill long enough to learn anything.
I appreciate you agreeing to see what you can learn at Arenan Manor. My father used to say it was used by counselors as a retreat, but but Mother always told me it was where they conducted business that required a certain degree of privacy.
Have you given any thought to your brother's message?
That's all I've been doing, thinking. And I think Ulran was right. I think someone wanted him out of the way, and they orchestrated the event for the Ashlanders to do it. Someone played my brother for a fool, and it cost him his life.
What can you tell me about Captain Briven?
Briven's as stubborn as my father when it comes to following the rules and regulations of House Redwing. Ulran and Briven were best friends, even if they argued from time to time. Politics, foreign relations, the Ashlanders, you name an issue, and Ulran and Briven were probably on opposite sides of the argument. It got to the point where I had to ignore both of them or they'd drive me insane.
I told your father what happened to Ulran.
You did? How did he take it? I mean, he didn't know that my brother was dead.
He didn't know, and he seemed as upset as you was over the news.
Really? I suppose that makes sense. I think he loves us, in his own way. But what else did he say? Did he know that Ulran had been banished?
He told Ulran to go to the mainland. He didn't expect him to turn to the Ashlanders for shelter.
He didn't expect... My father doesn't know his children as well as he thinks. Either of them. That's why I had to get away. Join the Morag Tong. At least Naryu understands me. Mostly.
Your father said you should avoid House Redder until he can sort out what happened.
I can't agree to that. I need to figure out what happened to my brother, who was involved, and then I'm going to make them pay. Just you watch.
Alright, well, I'm heading off to talk to Naryu. Don't do anything stupid while I'm gone. She's gonna do something stupid as soon as I'm out the door. I know I have little faith in people, but let's be honest, she's gonna do something stupid as soon as I'm out the door. Wow, it's a really quiet stream today. I really should have been on the other side of the river. Whoops. There we go. Ride! Hey Joe, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? So did you see my post about the alternate universe comic I was reading, Joe? Yeah, it's hilarious because Marinette is doing all the work. Marinette and Cat Noir are doing all the work, even though Marinette doesn't have a miraculous. It is absolutely hilarious. Hey, welcome to the stream.
Fascinating. I wonder how long it's lain undisturbed.
It could be years, decades even.
I'd hoped to find more Dwemer relics, but I suppose the view is inspiring.
It certainly is.
Flatterer. You can see this view anywhere now, can't you?
And yet I never grow tired of looking.
Speaking of looking, we should start viewing larger homes.
What's wrong with our current home?
It's rather small, isn't it?
It's cozy. Just enough room for you and me.
And you don't see how that could become a problem?
No?
Well, you've done a lot more than look since we're married, dear.
At houses? Wait. Bravura?
Yes.
You're pregnant?
That happens when one enjoys the view, doesn't it?
That's wonderful! I'm going to be a father!
Yes, dear. Yes, you are.
We need a new house with a real kitchen and a second bedroom. Perhaps even 3 bedrooms?
One step at a time.
Yeah, you get a little carried away there, but you know, I think that's absolutely fine, and he just found out he was going to be a dad, so. There we go. I'm taking another rubbing. Alright, I can't go straight through the... Maybe I can go straight through the... As long as I'm careful. Playing Disneyland Adventure for Belle. Oh, that's cool. What does she think of it? Not surprising, that's just the kind of thing that small children often like, so. Some days I miss the simple days of children's programming, and who is following me? Did I already get this one? Let me make sure if I already got this one or not. So number 7. Yep, I already got this one. Whoops.
I expected you hours ago, hero. It's not polite to keep an assassin waiting.
Yeah, probably not the best idea to keep your assassin, I know, I wouldn't say girlfriend, but lady.
I was wondering how long it was going to take Vea to convince you to follow me. But she thought I didn't notice when she glanced at my writ, didn't she? Where is my overly curious apprentice, by the way?
Vea stayed in Balmora. She wants me to see what your target knows about Tioran's exile and murder.
I know Vea wants answers, but this is my job. There are rules, especially where the lords of the great houses are concerned. There might be a way to deal with this, though, provided you're willing to help.
What do you need me to do?
First, don't kill any Redrons. That's a violation of my writ and could have serious consequences for both of us. Second, you sneak around and search for anything that pertains to Oron's exile, while I figure out how to deal with the Counselor.
Alright, I'll see what I can turn up.
We need to be invisible. These things work best when no one but the target knows we're there. If you get spotted, you're on your own. I even cough on anyone without a writ, and the Morog Tong will have my head.
Do you often receive writs that call for the death of high-ranking house officials?
It's unusual, but not unheard of. True, most writs taken out against the houses target low to mid-ranking officials. The Grand Master is cautious when it comes to accepting such a high-profile writ. Apparently, though, this target has been very bad.
What did the counselor do?
Councillor Dovera has been conspiring with House Drez to promote the slave trade and avoid scrutiny by Redrin and Pact officials. She played a dangerous but profitable game, and her coffers were overflowing. Until someone noticed.
What gave her away?
I'm not privy to the laborious investigations that took place. In cases like these, though, the target usually becomes complacent and lets her guard down. She made a mess. Now I get to clean it up, for the good of Dunmer society.
What do you think, why do you think Oren was really exiled?
That's the question, isn't it? At nags at us the way the torchbug nags at the brave little scrib in those children's stories.
Gotta hate that story.
Once we discover who Ulron's torchbug is, we'll have a clearer understanding of why they set him up and why he had to die.
You think Oren's death was all part of the plan?
I'm not saying that. Accidents happen. They certainly made sure Ulron was in the wrong place at the wrong time, both in Balmora and again in the Ashlander camp. In addition to whatever you can find here, we should also talk to Captain Briven.
You think Captain Briven's involved in all this?
Briven's name keeps coming up. At the very least, he was Ulron's best friend once. He might be able to shed some light on Ulron and what happened to cause his exile. And I really want to know what took place after Ulron left us that message.
Did you need to leave Vea behind?
Vea's my apprentice, and I'll decide when she's ready to take on a mission. She's been through a lot, and her actions reflect on me and my status in the Morag Tong. She may not appreciate it right now, but I'm trying to keep the both of us on track.
So you're accountable for Vea's actions?
That's how it works. Her actions are my actions. Vea goes out and executes 3 writs. I share the credit and get praised for training my apprentice. On the other hand, if she kills someone without a writ, the Morag Tong takes both our heads.
Morag Tong's rules are that stringent?
They have to be. My order came this close to being eliminated. It's only recently that we've started to make a comeback, and only in Dunmer territory. If we can't control the actions of our members, we'll be hunted down and destroyed for sure.
Not surprising, and the Morag Tong don't last very long after the fall of the tribunal. Alright, another stealth mission. Honestly, I really don't like my chances. What? Okay, well, so far so good. I'm surprised that worked. Please let that door lead inside the place. This isn't where I needed to be, darn it.
This looks promising. Might even lead to the wine cellars. I could use a good bottle of wine.
Oh, good. This is not going to be a waste of our time. Excellent. Did I mention how much I hate stealth missions in this game? I cannot believe that worked. Okay, we're not home free just yet, but we're doing quite better than I thought we would.
See what you can find pertaining to Ulron. I've got a dagger and a writ with Councillor Dolvara's name on them. If we don't find anything, maybe we can ask for an invitation to the
Shoot.
I'm sure they'd be happy to answer our questions.
Okay, that was okay. I I gotta hide for a second. That was... I almost walked right into that guard. Did somebody order a stealth lizard? Should have made invisibility pots. Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. We made it. Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to read through all of this. They'll catch me if I do.
Issued an advisory against the moral tongue. That other good, that's going to do the counselor.
Come on, up the stairs, up the stairs, up the stairs. Okay. There are no guards at the top of the stairs for some reason.
Hoping for a quick stab and go, but it seems the Counselor might actually know something about Ulron. So Counselor Dobra does know something about Vea's brother. Damn it all. Now I suppose you want to actually talk to her before I execute the walking pile of pond scum.
We don't need to find... don't we need to find out what she knows about Ulron?
Of course we do. I specifically waited for you to arrive because I figured that would be the case. Still doesn't mean I'm happy about blurring the line between helping Vea and performing my duty as a moron tongue.
What do you think about the other information we found?
We discovered that the next meeting of the High Council will take place at the consulate outside Balra. The war clause and the Ashlander abuse aren't completely sanctioned by the House, and Dolvera was present when Ulron was exiled. Not a bad haul.
And that all means?
That means we have to get Dolvera to spill her guts before I spill her guts. Just keep your wits about you, hero. Dolvera wields her feminine charms the way I wield my daggers. Don't let her seduce you into doing something stupid before I end her.
I'd never betray you, Naru. I don't want to be at the receiving end of your daggers.
Be quick with your questions, hero. When I slip in, so do my daggers.
When I slip in, so do my daggers.
You must be here about those peasant patrol schedules.
Oh no.
After all that clandestine correspondence, it's a pleasure to finally meet you in person.
Oh no, that's not what this is about at all.
Well, look at you. I'm impressed. The last person House Dres sent over was so much more scruffy. I have a meeting with House Halalu shortly, but I think I can spare a few more moments for you to seal our partnership, if you understand.
Should I persuade her? I'd love to spend some time with you. First, why don't you tell me about Ulfrin Relith? Or I can say, I'm not here about that. I want to know about Ulfrin Relith. I'll give you a moment in the chat to see what you guys want me to do. Whatever you want. Alright, let's go with the persuade option.
The noble's banished son. Why does House Dres care about that? Never mind. Anything so we can get to the good stuff. Ulron was tested and found wanting. Chose the life of a savage over his own soldier. We stripped him of his rank and exiled him.
Who tested Ulrin and who killed him?
Ulron's dead. I hadn't heard. As to who was behind the test of Ulron's loyalty, what does that matter? He failed and paid the price for his poor choices. What does all this have to do with our arrangement?
Oh, nothing. I was just curious. Now, weren't we about to get to know each other a little better?
You aren't clever enough or pretty enough to avoid what's about to happen, Dulvra.
What's the meaning of this? Who are you people?
I'm a Morag Tong with a writ that says you're a criminal and a traitor. That means I get to end your miserable existence.
She's at full health. I don't think she's actually dead.
And see if you can find anything else related to Aura.
I'm just gonna make sure she burns.
Alicure massage oils? Fancy. But that has nothing to do with Aura.
I might actually have to take a very quick run to the bathroom, guys. I'm sorry.
House Lalu and House Dress. That's Captain Briven's seal. I suppose our evil counselor courted favor wherever she could find it. The good Captain Briven appears to
I will be right back, guys.
involved in
Sorry.
Orion's fate than I had imagined. He never struck me as the type to use murder and deceit to get ahead, but that's the problem with greed. It causes decent people to make stupid choices. Or he's trying to hide something. The letter mentioned an intact squad sent to scout the old fort. You need to get out there and see what those soldiers know before Briven gives them new orders and they disappear.
Okay, sorry about that. I'm back. Should I let Vea know what we discovered first?
I suppose. She's probably pulled tight as a bowstring waiting to hear something. Go talk to Vea while I present my writ to the authorities. I can't wait to see the look on the Redoran Magister's face when I tell him what his counselor was up to.
I'll talk to Vea. First, we have to get off the island without getting noticed. Best way is to jump off the balcony, if you can. I don't think I can jump off the balcony. Shoot. Oh wait, yes I can. Into the ocean. Alright, and we did that without getting caught. May as well do this Delves intro right here.
You there. Keep your head down and come here. Hope you're not looking for passage off the island. The crew's on shore leave, see? The permanent kind. trip over a few of them on the way in. Poor bastards.
What happened here?
Ugly business. A deal got bad. I work for an orc boss named Kartag. We're ropefish. People smugglers. Slaves pay us out the arse for a trip to the mainland. When the Kamana Tong found out, they wanted in. Kartag told them to tusk off.
So they attacked?
Yeah. Came down on us like an arse-branded ogre. We gave as good as we got. It wasn't enough. Kartag and a few slaves fled to the cavern. Kamana gangsters right behind. Without help, they're as good as dead. Don't suppose you're the heroic type?
I'll deal with the Kamana Tong and get Kartag and the slaves out.
Good on you for doing this, mate. Kartag's an idiot, but he doesn't deserve what the Kamana Tong will do to him. Like I said, he went in with some slaves. Mabker, Jari Ito, and Wiwaska. We should drag them out too.
Why do you think Kartag's an idiot?
He should have made a deal. What kind of rock-headed duns tell the Kamana Tong to eat their own small clothes? These aren't common hoods. The Tong will feed you to the slaughterfish for a hard glance, let alone insulting their mothers.
Why did you think he turned them down?
Moloch knows. I mean, the Tong did have some ideas Kartag wasn't wild about. Upping the prices, chaining up the slaves en route, packing them into smaller ferries. Kartag refused to even consider it. Great time to develop a conscience, eh?
So he refused on moral grounds?
Maybe. You'll have to ask him. Provided he's not dead already. Kartag's a hard orc to know. I always thought he was a stone-hard businessman. Then some horker out in the rift told me he was a big-time Covenant hero, so... What do I know?
What is the Kamana Tong exactly?
It's a syndicate. A crime family. Everyone owes them. Tudrek Hood on up to House Counselor. If they put their thumb on a scale, you look away. If they tell you to pick something up, you snatch it up quick and thank them for the privilege.
They sound pretty dangerous.
Trust me, dangerous is an understatement. I'd kick Maroon's Dagon in the rocks before I talk back to the Kamana Tong.
Wow, that's... How did you survive the attack?
I played dead. Performance of a lifetime, if you ask me. But I guess those acting lessons weren't so useless after all.
Acting lessons.
My mother wanted to make sure I was well-rounded. I play main flute, too. Wait, why are we talking about this?
Don't worry, you just stop the bleeding. I'll be back. The Kamana Tong Syndicate has opened most forms of organized, or operates in most forms of organized crime in Vardenfell for generations. These Ameri crooks are intolerant of Outlander influence, to put it mildly. Okay, we have to go around. That's right. It's been a while since I've done this stealth. Well, Mavkar is dead. Let's see. Well, that was the boss of the cave, so that's good news.
Please, Sarah, do not hurt me. Wait, who are you? You do not serve the Kamana tongue. Oh, thank the Hist. You must help me escape. 2 others as well. If those Kamana thugs find us, they will flay us alive.
I've cleared the way. Can you get out of here on your own?
Yes, I think so. Did you find Mobker? Jari? The Kamana tongue were right on top of us. Jari fled one way. Mobker and I stayed close, but he slipped. I left him there.
Mavkar is dead. I haven't found Jari yet.
I knew it. I should never have left him. I can still see the look in his eyes. The terror. Hist, forgive me.
You're still in danger. Go find Nekal. He waits for you outside.
I will. Thank you, friend. May Sithis guide your steps.
And may the Hiss guide me as well. I thought this is where the sky shard was, but looks like I was wrong. A hand crossbow, huh? Never seen that before. Oh hey, another player has arrived to help. There's the sky shard. Hello there, Bull Niche. I don't want any trouble, my friend. Oh, I gotta go around the... Oh, man. That's why I should have gone down that path. I'll have to go back around. but it'll have to wait. I don't want to have to work my way all the way back over here, so we may as well do this and then we'll go back and do that. Like, I thought for some reason I was supposed to have gone down that path, but I completely forgot what the reason was, so I didn't do it. I should have just went down that path when my instinct told me to.
Come down from there, slave. Unless you prefer to lose some fingers.
No one will.
You know, they could have just come up around the side.
Thank you, stranger. I was near to slitting my own wrists. If it's to be slavery or suicide, I'll take suicide.
What do you think the Morangtongs plan to do with you?
Difficult to say. Slaves are a valuable commodity. I suspect they would either kill us outright or sell us back to our previous masters. The sum we paid to Kartog was meager. Too meager for the Kimona Tong, anyway. They will not take us home.
How much did you pay him? Or did you pay him?
Far less than he deserved. A turtle heart beats in Kartog's chest. Hard on the outside, but soft on the inside. See? I hope he has not come to harm.
The other slave is waiting outside with Noctul. Go find them.
Slave? Do you not mean slaves? Mobkir and Reewaska escaped, didn't they?
Wiswaska survived, but Mabkur wasn't so lucky. You should get going.
Mobkir is dead, but he was alive when I know you did all you could. Thank you, friend. Hist watch over you.
Alright. Let's go get that Sky Shard first, and then we will go find Kartag. Alright, then let's have a go at it. Pathetic. Oh great, I'm fighting the boss again. Forget, what is my standing stone on this character? Oh, I don't even have my sanding stone. Oh, that's not good. I need to fix that. Good thing I just cleared through here, so it should be an easy run back to where I was before until the enemies respawn again. But it should be a moment before that happens. Hopefully. Keep earning champion points I can't use. Hopefully it'll mean something when they do the champion point rework coming up in the next couple. It's supposed to be a completely champion system overhaul. I'm hoping that they'll increase the cap and that all these extra points I've been earning will actually mean something.
Ah, let the beast bleed. A slow death is all he deserves.
Where is he? I don't see him. There he is.
Killed by a damned elf. What a way to go. Well, what are you gawking at, runt? You gonna finish me off or what?
I'm not a member of the Cormonatong. Nicole asked me to rescue you.
Looks like you came up short. It's poison, see? Dirty little shrimp douche. Couldn't take me straight up. Had to poke me with a poisoned blade. Typical. Did the elders escape? Jari in that lot?
All but Mapkir. Nicole thinks this was a bad deal. Why did you defy the Cormonatong?
Moloch, I don't know. Maybe I didn't like the way they asked. Look, I'm no saint. Got a lot of things I ain't proud of. But I'll be damned if some tuskless thugs gonna make life even worse for these slaves. They've been through enough.
I'll let them know how you passed.
You do that. You.
I'm gonna kill you from above. You'll have no chance to defend yourselves. Except for the guy with the bow.
I need healing.
Well, hopefully hopefully that crime family's a little bit weaker now since I killed so many of their enforcers.
shame. Where's Kartag? Dragging arse as usual?
One of the Corona tongues stabbed him with a poisoned blade. He wants you to continue his work.
He's dead. Damn. At least he died knowing you'd rescued this lot. I'll keep smuggling slaves out of Vardenfell, sure. And I'll make sure they know why, too. Take this. Kartag will want you to have it. Good luck on the road, friend.
Farewell, Kartag. Well, we may as well do the Balmora Outlook one since we're almost on top of it. I'm not going to bother with you lot.
Rosie! Where are you? Come back, Rosie. Rosie, I have some treats for you.
Are you okay, sir? Do you need help?
Where could she have? Oh, you there? Have you seen my netch floating around anywhere? Her name's Rosie, and I'm just worried sick about her.
You have a pet netch?
I know it may be strange, but my Rosie stands out from the rest of her kind. Just one look at her sweet face and you'd understand. Why did I think a leash would help?
I hope you find her soon. There she is.
There you are, Rosie. Oh, I'm so relieved.
Oh, that thing
Never
is...
fly off like that again.
What is...
Good little Netch. You are.
Do Netches fly backwards? That sure seemed like what Rosie was doing. Okay, I'm always freaked out by Netches. They look so weird. They kind of remind me of like, they remind me of something you would see in Dungeons and Dragons. Like, and then not a friendly creature you would see in Dungeons and Dragons. Like, what was those floating brain things? The Grex or the Grail or something like that? Joe, you know what I'm talking about, right? They're like tentacle brain things. Hello, merchant.
Magistrix box. My. I'm about to invite you to camp with me tonight. Too bad old Peony doesn't take too kindly to strangers.
He did say that, yes. Oh, I just sold something I didn't intend to sell. Whoops. Oh good, I bought them back for the price that I accidentally sold them at, which is great. My goodness, I didn't even realize how full my inventory had gotten.
Open your eyes. Please, open your eyes.
Gone?
Yes. You fought them off.
Oh, good. Dying for nothing would have been embarrassing.
You're not going to die. I won't allow it.
That's ambitious of you.
I can mend more than a scrape knee. You'll see. Just don't move.
That feels better.
I told you. You're still bleeding. Just a little more. I can save you. I will save you.
Take care of the children. Me. Promise.
We'll take care of them together.
Promise me.
I will, I promise. But Keep your eyes open.
I wish I could.
Bravura!
You've made these years so wonderful.
Bravura! Bravura!
May stars guide you to Aetherius. Actually, I don't even know if the Dark Elves... Do the Dark Elves believe in Aetherius? I know the High Elves do. And the Falmer do. I don't know if the Dark Elves believe in Aetherius or not. The Bretons believe in Aetherius as well, because of their elven lineage.
Your wife signed a contract, Gila. She did not complete it.
But she died.
And now the crystals she was to procure for me have been acquired by my rival.
I've lost the mother of my children.
Your failings are not my problem.
We don't have enough money to pay you back.
Then we will sell your house.
We can't do that. Master, please. My children.
May purchase their own dwelling with their own money.
Neri's only just turned 8. And Mills.
You would offer an alternative?
What can I offer you?
I understand you have some aptitude for magic. You will serve me.
But my children
will remain in your home so long as you do not violate our contract.
But who will raise them? When will I see them?
You will see them when I don't need you. Or would you rather see them in the street?
No, of course not. Thank you, Master Drennan. I will serve you.
You sign your contract today.
I can't even imagine how much it must have hurt him to make that decision, but a decision of him being with his children out on the streets with no money and no shelter, or him having to serve the man who was threatening to do that to them. I can't even imagine how hard that decision must have been.
Were you able to recover my memories? It's important they understand.
I collected the memories you asked me to. Are there any more?
No, thank you. You've recovered everything I need to explain. Well, to talk with my children. I'm not sure my heart can endure any more of this. It feels like losing her all over again. Please, could you do this old man one last favor?
What is it you need?
Ask my children to come visit me. I feel like I can finally leave them with the answers I've never been able to provide. Tell Neria we need to talk about her mother. As for Mills, if he hesitates, tell him it's about the estate, his inheritance.
Where can I find them?
Neria works at the stables. She's always been good with guar, something she inherited from her mother. Mills will likely be fishing on the canal for dinner. He's always kept them both fed. I'm so proud of both of them. I wish they understood.
I'll find them, Gillian. Yeah, he's a jerk. Sorry, I'm gonna spook your fish. I'm gonna spook your fish. I'm gonna spook your fish. Miles. Or Meals.
Yes. Do I know you? I'm trying to fish.
Your father needs to speak to you. It's about your mother.
I have nothing to say to that man. What is it about I don't want to talk about my father that you can't understand?
He also said this was about your inheritance.
I don't want his money any more than I want his apologies. Does that man really think he can buy me off after ignoring me my entire life? Leave me alone. If father needs someone to listen to his excuses, ask Neria to do it.
Doesn't your sister deserve your support?
You just don't give up, do you? Fine. I'll endure another few moments with my absentee father. For her. Just let me set aside the fish I've caught today first.
What do you want?
my, you look like a well-traveled individual. If you're looking to give your mount a well-deserved rest, you've come to the right place. We know how to pamper a loyal Guar in Balmoral.
Your father needs to speak with you. It's about your mother.
My mother? Father rarely mentions her. I can tell how painful it is for him to recall her, even after all these years. I was young when she passed, but my memories are pleasant. Did he say what this is about? What did he have you doing?
I helped him recover memories from his younger days.
How old? Father always was dabbling in magic. Often it seemed like he had time for little else, though I know he did it to take care of us. Still, I'd better check on him. I imagine Mills wants nothing to do with this. I'll ensure he joins us.
Actually, I persuaded him to join us.
No one persuades Mills to do anything. I'm quite impressed. That will certainly save me a trip. I suppose I should head home straight away.
Yes, very much so.
The master went upstairs to rest. He did not wish to be disturbed until you arrived.
Let's go, Mills. He's still your father.
He has an odd way of showing it.
Father? Mills has come to visit. Father? Father! Oh, Father. I suppose you were with Mother
Couldn't
at
resist
last.
disappointing me one last time. Good riddance.
Ouch.
If only I'd come sooner.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Thank you. We all knew this was coming. It doesn't make it any easier to bear. My father was a good man, even if Mills never got to see it. Why was he so obsessed with that stone? You said he had you store his memories inside it?
Yes, he wanted you to view his memories.
We used to fail to do so. What couldn't he just say to us all this time? Still, these were his last wishes. Thank you for making that possible.
What? A ghost?
Naria. Mills. I so regret not being that as you grew up. What I could never tell you is why my life was not my own.
Shh, Mills. I think this is a memory.
Soon, I'll be able to share the truth with you. To share everything with you. Thanks to the efforts of this kind traveler, I have archived my memories on this stone. I hope one day you will find it in your hearts to forgive me. And find the father and mother you never had. Here, I love you. I have always loved you. You've both made me so proud.
Father.
Why? Why couldn't you just fade away like you always do? Why couldn't you just let me forget you?
Because it's not just about him, Mills, or you. It's about all of us. Our family, together at last.
That's it. It's a nice little side quest, but it's also a really sad side quest. Sorry, Miss Argonian, but your master is dead. You're going to need to find new employment. To the secret base! To the Morag Tong!
Back again? Took your sweet time. You didn't learn anything, did you? Not that it matters. Oran's dead and nothing can change that.
We know where to find the soldiers who were with Oren the day of the incident.
What good is that going to do? They won't speak to us. House before family and all that. Believe me, I'm more than familiar with Redoran honor. Still, I suppose I know a few ways to get people to talk.
I don't think you should leave the safe house before Naryu gets back.
More rules. I thought we were beyond those kinds of limitations. Look, I need to figure out who's responsible for Orin's death. House councillors, Redoran soldiers, Ashlanders, whoever it is, they need to pay.
We also discovered that Captain Briven might have had a role in Orin's troubles.
Briven was Orin's best friend. Would he really betray my brother? Regardless, I want you to have this. You could have handed me to my father and you didn't. Other than Naryu and Asher, you might be the only friend I have left. So which soldiers are we talking about? I know most of the people my brother used to work with. Eyewitnesses are better than notes in the house registry, provided I can actually get them to talk to me.
The Tolatim squad, they were scouting the old fort, but I really think we should wait for Naryu.
There's no time to waste. That fort's near the cave where I was hiding. Last time I was there, the fort was crawling with cultists. We need to find them before Vatala and his soldiers wind up sacrificed to some Daedric prince.
A few more moments.
We'll get Vatala and his soldiers killed. I know the process. Turning in a writ can take hours, maybe even an entire day. I'll leave Naryu a note. She can meet us at the fort. I'm going. Either come with me or get out of my way.
Alright, I'll help you find the Redoran soldiers.
Let me gather my gear and write a note for Naryu. I'll meet you near the Hlormaran stronghold. The more I think about it, the more convinced I am that we'll learn who's responsible for Oran's death soon. Then blood will flow.
Blood will flow. Don't you need a writ to kill someone?
As far as I'm concerned, rules got my brother killed. They don't apply to me anymore. Besides, to find the soldiers, we're probably going to have to carve a path through those cultists. The Morag Tong won't care about that.
I thought Naryu was responsible for your actions.
That's what the handbook says. Look, I know what Naryu's done for me. To keep me safe, I appreciate that. But this is about what they did to my brother. Nothing else matters. Not Naryu, not you. Certainly not me.
Don't force me to choose between you and Naryu.
No, never. You and Naryu aren't my enemies. I just need to get justice for Ulran. Otherwise his death will be the first of many. We have to be able to resist laws that make no sense or get people hurt, without being afraid of getting exiled.
Do you know Vatala Tinum?
I know Vatala.
Vatala.
He's a typical Redoran soldier, loyal to a fault, always spouting nonsense about house and honor above all. He was devoted to my brother, though. Ulran considered him to be one of his best.
Why didn't Vatala stand up for Orin at his trial?
Ulran had a habit of putting the needs of others ahead of his own. He probably told Vatala and his soldiers to remain quiet. Decided to take responsibility and save them any heartache. I hope these soldiers remember that when we find them.
This is not going to end well. Yep, I couldn't have stated it better myself, Reewish. Throw your hands in the air and go, ah! I did get this one, right? Yes, okay.
You're here, I'm here, the damn cultists are here. You know who isn't here? Vatala and his squad. They're probably hiding. Or dead. They better not be dead.
Have you seen Naryu yet?
Naryu's probably busy clearing her writ, and we don't have time to wait. This opportunity to learn more about what happened to Ulran won't last much longer. We need to find that squad of soldiers.
We really should wait for Naryu before we do anything rash.
Fine. You wait for Naryu. I'm going to go and find those soldiers.
Alright, we'll handle this your way. Any idea where we should look for the soldiers?
Their orders were to scout the old stronghold. I suggest we search along the outskirts and see if we can pick up their trail.
Alright. This is a really bad idea, though, going behind Naryu's back. Or Naryu's back.
A bedroll, still wrapped and ready to use. Standard issue for a Redoran soldier.
Are these nocturnal cultists? Are we still being attacked? Yep. Can you stop attacking people for 2 minutes, Vea?
A Redoran officer's sword. No Redoran soldier would leave that behind willingly.
Yep, that's not a good sign. The backpack. Wow, that's harsh. Oh my goodness. Well, that's not great.
Corporal Darvel.
The High Priestess will figure something out. Just
But
as
the
she
others,
always does.
they're civilians. They must have taken Tellem's soldiers inside.
That was a high elf woman. That's not even a Dunmer. And this looks like a Breton. Well, I'm not going to lose any sleep killing these guys.
Let's find the soldiers and get out of here before these stupid cultists realize what's happening.
Oh, I plan to send quite a few of these guys to oblivion before we,
Who's that? We won't let you take us without a fight. Wait, Vea, is that you?
Thank the three! You're all still alive!
I'm not sure what you and Vea are doing here, but let us out. Then we can return Vea to her father. Councillor Eris has been terribly worried since she disappeared.
first we want to know what happened to Ulrin.
This isn't the time or the place to have that discussion. Get the key to this cage and then we can find a private place to talk.
Any idea where I can find the key to your cage?
One of the cultists carries the key. I don't think he's too far away. We hear him patrolling around every so often. Free us, and I'll tell you whatever you want to know. You have my word as a Redoran and as an officer.
Alright.
You find the key. Me and Vatala. We're going to have a little chat while we're waiting.
Alright, don't...
I'm just trying to protect you.
From what? The truth? Oh, please. I want to know who did this to my brother.
Another sacrifice for the Prince of Bargains.
Nope, you serve Clementis Vile. Of course, it's Vile. Tell Vile I said hello. Demonic Chicken, what are you, or Hey, what are you about to... Hey, what are you gonna do to that guy? Hey, get down. Good chicken. I thought he was gonna start pecking out the guy's eyes for a second. Did Vea... Oh god, Vea just left. Why is there a soldier sitting on top of their cage? I don't think that's where she's supposed to be.
I knew I shouldn't have told Vea the truth. I just made everything worse. Please let us out of here. We have to stop Vea before she does something she'll regret.
Where's Vea? Tell me what happened.
I told her what she wanted to hear. I was with Captain Ulran the day everything happened. I was commanded to lure the Ashlanders to town and set up a situation for Ulran to deal with.
What kind of situation?
My orders were to invite the Ashlanders to Balmora to trade, send some local toughs to instigate a commotion, and then get Ulran to investigate. It was just supposed to be a loyalty test. Who expected Ulran to kill his own soldier to save a savage?
You said you were following orders. Who gave those orders?
Captain Briven, though he was still a lieutenant at the time. As soon as I explained all this to Vea, her face turned dark and she stormed out of here. I think she's going to Balmora to kill him. You need to let me out so I can warn the captain.
Okay, so we have two choices. Here's the key, but I want you to stay out of this. I'll deal with Vea, or you led Ulran into a trap and sent Vea off in a foul temper. I'm just going to leave you here. Give a minute for you guys to make a decision. Okay, so got one for set him free. We'll give it another minute, see if we get a different reply. If not, we'll go with set him free. All right, we're going to go with setting him free.
Thank you. Now, get to Balmora and stop Vea before she does something she'll regret.
Don't make me regret letting you out of that cage. And you come down from the top of that cage. It's not safe up there. I think she was supposed to be inside the cage, and she spawned in incorrectly on top of it. Ooh, it's a lore book, The House of Troubles. Nice. Come forth, my loyal steed. From wherever you portal in from. I don't actually know where Indriks come from.
Get your ass over here, hero. We've got a situation and it's not good.
Helen, are you?
I leave you and Thea alone for a couple of hours, and everything goes to oblivion in an ore cart. Why did Thea leave the safe house? And why is House Redren tearing the city apart to find her?
Vea couldn't wait, so we went to find the soldiers who were scouting the old fort.
You did what? I suppose you thought that was a good idea. Well, the damage is done.
At least tell me you found something to make this debacle a little more palatable.
We learned that Briven gave the order that led to Ulrin's banishment.
That explains why Vea broke into the kin house. I'm not sure what happened in there, but she certainly stirred up the Redrin soldiers. Vea might still be inside. Or she might have given them the slip. She could be anywhere by now.
I could get inside and try to talk to her.
If Vea kills Briven without a writ, the Morlock Tong and House Redrin will both want her head on a silver platter. You check the kin house. I'll grab Ashur and see if we can pick up Vea's trail in the streets. Don't let me down, hero.
I won't, Naru.
Scour the streets. Search the buildings. Vea Relath does not leave this city.
Well, she's killed. She's killed at least 2 people. Make that 3, 4, 5. Oh God, we're in big trouble.
What's the meaning of this? Where are the soldiers? If you're looking for my husband, I'll tell you the same thing that I told that brazen young woman. The council is meeting outside Balra, and Briven is protecting the councillors. And if you don't mind, I've had more than enough excitement for one day.
If they were alive, Joseph, or Joe, sorry, Joseph. I don't know why I said Joseph. If they were alive, Joe, their HP bars would be at 100. When their HP bar is at 0, that means they're dead. The brazen young woman, what did she say?
I could barely make sense of the nonsense she was spouting. It was Vea, Councillor Eris's daughter. Everything she said was a ramble. Something about my husband betraying her brother, that my Briven had to suffer just as she was suffering.
She didn't harm you, did she?
She had a knife, but no, she didn't harm me. She said her brother wouldn't hurt an innocent, that I wasn't responsible for his death. Do you have any idea what she was talking about? Because I certainly don't.
Where is the council meeting you mentioned?
You shouldn't get involved. That young woman will hasten her own death if she thinks she can get past my husband and his soldiers. But if you insist, the meeting is taking place at the garrison north of Balra.
You might want to seek shelter somewhere else. Vea left a trail of dead soldiers downstairs.
Dead soldiers? They were just protecting the kin house. I'll go stay with my sister in Vivek.
That's a good idea. Yeah, Naru's not going to be happy about this. Better turn on the lizard charms. Big lizard eyes. I can't blame you.
Please tell me you found Vea. I can already feel the cold steel of the executioner's blade on the back of my neck.
Vea is going to the Redrin Council meeting to confront Council Raven.
Is Vea trying to get herself killed? You can't just barge into a Redrin garrison and ask the soldiers to stand aside while you murder their captain. We have to get to her before she gets to Briven.
Vea also left a trail of dead Redrin soldiers in the kin house.
She murdered soldiers without a writ. This is a dark path she's decided to follow. And unless we play this just right, it's not going to end well for any of us. Let's find Vea and put a stop to this. We can deal with any consequences after that.
I'll meet you at the garrison outside the city.
What is with all the Redrin soldiers? Did something happen?
I wonder if it has something to do with the Councillor's daughter.
Guard every exit. If Vea tries to get into or out of the city, we'll find her.
She's already left the city, you idiots.
don't like the looks of this. Riven is using war claws to patrol the garrison instead of veteran soldiers. Either House forces are stretched thinner than I thought, or Riven wants to justify the use of mercenaries to the council.
What do the war calls have to do with anything?
Maybe nothing, maybe everything. We know Warron refused to employ mercenaries. He hated counting on thugs to do the right thing. I expect the Veteran Council feels the same. Maybe Brigham's trying to show them what the War Claws can do.
We might have to fight our way out through the mercenaries.
The War Claws may be a blessing in disguise. I can explain killing these bastards a lot easier than trying to wipe Veteran blood off my hands. Let's go stop Thea. I'm ready when you are, hero.
How do we get into the garrison?
There's no stealthy way to approach this. The front door's our only option. Then we track down Riven, find Vea, bonk her on the head, and get her out of here before she does something I can't
Bonk.
fix. Easy as gore apple pie.
Bonk. Wait, I didn't bring my bonk stick. Joe, I need my bonk stick. Oh great, the war calls want to play. That was a mistake. Oh, that was such a mistake. That was a waste of my ultimate. Redren Garrison. A Redren is a warrior whose duty is first to the tribunal, second to House Redren, and third to family and clan. Velan Gareth, mottos of the Dunmeri great houses. Even doubles as a taser. Bonk, bonk. But it's not really a bonk stick, it's more of a pokey stick, because you see the point at the end there? It's kind of more of a pokey stick than a bonk stick. Poke, poke.
Glad to see we all made it. Now let's find Brighan before Vea skewers him.
Yeah, fair point. Hello, work clothes. My apologies, I am a lizard and I'm not ashamed of it. Below, okay.
Like many Redren structures, this place is huge and designed to serve a multitude of purposes. We're going to need to split up to cover it all. We must find Brivin and keep him alive until I can talk some sense into my damn apprentice.
What's Captain Brivin going to think about all this?
He's going to be as mad as a bull netch and twice as ugly, provided we can actually convince him we're here to save his sorry hide, and that we're not part of a plot to kill him and the counselors. Just another day at the fair, right, hero?
Let's do this. For us, this is just a normal day for us. Then why apologize? Not sure, actually. Well, I've thoroughly checked the kitchen and I'm not finding anything in there. Are you eating? No, you're eating.
Nothing yet, eh? I hear voices behind this door, but it's locked tight. Keep looking, hero. I haven't so much as heard or seen even a whisper of Brivin yet. Just lots of snarling war claws. If we can't get through this door, there's only one other way to go.
Where's that?
It's always important to figure out where a target keeps its wine. In this case, down in the cellars. There's a staircase back where we first came in. And if we still don't find Riven or Vea, well, at least there'll be plenty to drink.
I'll head downstairs and keep searching.
And I'll figure out how to get this door open, just in case. You know, attending a House Redoran Council meeting was always a secret goal of mine. Right after getting a lusty Argonian maiden to scrape my flesh raw with her abrasive tongue.
That's an image I'm not going to be able to wash out of my brain for quite some time. Oh. Oh. I need some soap for my brain. No, not really. Kind of hard to have a permanent job when you're dead.
Kill the intruders. They have interfered for the last time.
What's going on down here? It sounds like a... You! What are you doing here? Explain yourself! What in the name of the three are you up to? I thought you worked for Councillor Eris. You better have a damn good reason for killing the mercenary leader. Not to sound the alarm and let her warriors deal with the likes of you.
I came to warn you. Vea knows what you did. She wants to kill you.
Vea? She's barely out from under her mother's apron and she presumes to judge my actions? No matter. Whatever your motives, nothing justifies the blatant killing of Ferhara and her mercenaries. Councillor Eris can't protect you this time, Outlander.
What about your motives? Ulrin's exile and death are on your head.
Ah, now everything becomes clear. Vea learned something of her brother's fate and wants to retaliate. Then let her come. But know this. I merely set the events in motion. I didn't conceive the plan.
Then who did? Tell me who's responsible for what happened to Ulrin.
You're looking for the responsible party. Then look no further than Councillor Eris. He wanted to prove his son's loyalty to the House. To show that Ulrin's fascination with the savage Ashlanders hadn't corrupted him. Well, look how that turned out.
This whole thing started as a test of Ulrin's loyalty.
Test Ulrin failed. Eris was devastated when his son sided with the savages, and his daughter ran away. He decided to resign his position. He'll make the announcement today. Eris hopes to restore his family, but I think it's a lost cause.
Especially if Vea finds out that her father set all this in motion. Oh. Vea.
That's for Ulrin. Choke on your own blood, you bastard. My father, the entire council, they're all guilty. They all have to die. I have to do this, so stay out of my way.
Oh, Vea.
Vea actually did it. She killed Riven in cold blood.
Devastated. Hey, welcome to the stream, Kraz. Good to see you.
Vea killed Riven without a writ. It was pure, focused rage. I never expected her to go through with it. If Vea doesn't get herself killed up there, the Morag Tong will hunt her down and execute her, like a rabid guar. Her and me both.
We can still save Eris and the rest of the counselors.
I'm not sure they deserve to be saved, but that's what we have to do. Vea can't be allowed to kill the counselors. We have to stop her. It's more than me and Vea's lives on the line. Something like this could destroy the Morag Tong.
Not much at all. I'm making some of my white bean soup today, so I'm smelling that while I'm playing. What do you mean, destroy the Morag Tong?
The Morag Tong only recently began to find acceptance again. Vea's actions don't just reflect badly on me. They could be used to force us back into the shadows, maybe even disband us all together. We're both going to have to answer for this.
Yeah, Kraz changed his name. Sorry, I think I forgot to mention that. What do you mean? What do you want me to do?
We have to get ahead of her. Cut her off. There's a door on the main floor, near the kitchens, that should allow us to come at the council meeting from another direction. I was able to get it open when I was scouting around up there. Let's go.
All right.
Nothing's more important than reaching the council meeting. If the mercenaries get in our way, cut them down.
I understand.
Everyone, calm down. Councillor Eris will deal with this. We're safe in here. There's no need to panic.
No need to panic. She's cut down every mercenary in her way. Her father won't be able to stop her.
Veya's getting close. We're running out of time.
We're working on it.
Spread out!
Can't really have these mercenaries stabbing us in the back while we're trying to fight Veya.
Let me try to open this door.
Hurry.
Veya, daughter. I'm so sorry. I never meant for any of this to happen.
Come on, stubborn, stupid rock.
Father, why? Does the house really matter more than your own son?
I needed to protect Ulrich, to prove his loyalty. If I could do it all over again.
But you can't. None of us can. That's why I have to do this.
That's an order.
Nope, too late. She's already killed her father. Oh my god, that was... Ugh, that was really savage. Hurry, Naru.
The house has grown corrupt, evil. That's why all the councillors have to die.
Hurry, Naru.
No more rules, no more secrets. House Redoran falls today.
Enough, Veya. This isn't the way.
This is not the way. Fatality.
Veya's down. It's over.
So much bloodshed. So much needless death. If only Eris would have listened. Outlander, we should speak. I think we can help one another. The Morag Tong agent. She cares deeply for Veya, doesn't she? It takes great courage to go against your heart and do what you know is best. You both did that by protecting the council. For that, you have my thanks.
What do you mean when you said we could help each other?
A series of regrettable decisions led to this family tragedy, and most of them were made by Eris Relith. I knew of Olorant's compassion concerning the Ashlanders. It was unorthodox, but not worthy of the punishment meted out. Eris was wrong.
I thought the entire council was involved.
Eris convinced Briven to test Olran. Then the two of them decided to slaughter the Ashlanders. Oh, the council allowed itself to be convinced that exile was an appropriate punishment, but we were wrong to let it go as far as it did.
House Redoran doesn't want the Ashlander territory?
I didn't say that, but we're not butchers. We do not hire mercenary thugs to wipe out an entire people. This gathering was to deal with that. Eris planned to step down, and we were going to demote Briven for the part he played.
So what happens next?
House Redoran behaved poorly. Morag Tong rules were violated. I suggest we make sure these details never see the light of day. Leave the bodies where they are. We will say that Veya died protecting her father and the council from the war clause.
And what do we have to do in exchange?
Cooperate with House Redoran and hold your tongues. It's as simple as that. I shall return to the council meeting and conclude our business. When we're finished, I expect you and Naryu to both be gone. That is all, Outlander.
North America, NA. Naru.
I'm not sure about this. It's a generous offer, but those are some big secrets to sweep under a rug. Besides, Veya isn't dead. At least not yet. She's still breathing.
How is that a problem?
The High Counselor thinks we killed her. The deal hinges upon all of us forgetting this sorry mess ever happened. Besides, once Veya regains her senses, there's every likelihood that she'll try to kill the counselors again.
Don't you think you could convince her to go along with this?
When have I ever been able to convince Vea to do anything she didn't want to do? There's Redoran blood on Vea's hands. Once the Morag tongue ties those unauthorized murders to her, she's as good as dead anyway. And, more than likely, so am I.
And it's even sadder because we haven't seen Naru for like 3 chapter updates now. We're well overdue getting an update on her, so I hope she's okay. Also, welcome to the stream, by the way, Iceman Head. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. So how do you want to handle this?
I don't see many options. We can either finish off Vea now and go along with the High Counselor's deception, or we slip out of here with Vea and send her far, far away. She broke her vows and deserves to die. I know that, but it still feels wrong.
All right, we have a choice. We can give her a second chance, and we can worry about the rest later, or we can finish her off right now and make sure she doesn't go after the counselors again. I'm going to leave the decision up to the chat, as usual. We'll give it a minute and see what everyone wants to do. Majority, we will go with the majority option. We will either spare her or kill her. Jesus. Yeah, it's not an easy decision. So, she betrayed her vows to an assassin's organization which has a rule of no killing without a writ, and she murdered her father and several other people. Okay, so so Joe is going for second chance. So we can either choose to kill her for breaking her vow, or we can try to give her a second chance and we can worry about the rest later, is what our decision is. I'm going to say, Kraz, you already know how this decision is going to play out, so please no spoilers in the chat. Alright, so I got one for either, and I just need one more vote, or we can just go with the second chance if we don't get another vote in the next minute. I'm trying to do something while I'm waiting. Can I not mod you? Oh, I've already added you as a mod, okay. Oh. All right, we're going to go with second chance, since that's what we've got voted for.
You're right. If anyone's to blame for all this, it's me. I wasn't a good enough mentor. If for no other reason, Vea deserves a second chance. Look, you need to leave. We'll meet back in Bormra. And Hiro. Thanks.
You're welcome, Naru. I'll see you back in Balmira.
I'll get her out of here before the council notices and meet you in Bormra.
All right, I'm out. Returning to Balmora on my faithful steed. Hey, is flying to keep up.
How many times have I told you not to stick your blade in your apprentices, Naru? She'll live, but she can't stay here. Not after what she's done.
I've got that covered. Vale won't be staying in Vardenfell. Ashur did an outstanding job. For an assassin, he's got a gift for the healing arts. Veya's going to live. Now I just have to convince her to listen to me this time.
Doesn't our agreement with High Counselor assume that Veya died at the garrison?
And as far as she knows, she did. Now Veya needs to disappear. Otherwise, both Redrin and the Morag tongue will go after her. Believe me, nobody survives that kind of attention. Veya didn't ask for everything that happened. She only wanted justice.
How is Veya going to disappear?
I've arranged for a ship captain I know to meet us in Vivek City. From there, Veya will sail to Somerset and rendezvous with an associate of mine. He's kind of furry and a bit of an arse, but he's good people. He'll take care of Veya.
Don't talk about Rosendar that way, Naru. What's going to happen to you?
As long as everyone sticks to the bargain, I go about my usual business. A rift here, a nice bath there, maybe a few intimate encounters along the way to relieve the tension, you understand? I just hope Veya's good with all this. She has to be.
Well, take care of yourself, Naru.
Always, hero. Oh, hey, I want you to have this. Something to remember me by until we meet again. I hope you don't leave here with the impression that all dark elves are conniving dirtbags. Some of us are also kind of sexy. Like me, for instance.
Damn, Naru.
Naru. What happened? Quiet, Veya. Rest now. We can talk later.
Yeah, she's kind of single-handedly floating this ship, huh? Got Naru's Confident achievement. Alright, let's go check out this mine. Suck or mine. And I call it cult. I'm not sure who they are, but one of them who came into town was for provisions was muttering something about his rueful axe. Oh, my rueful axe. And my rueful axe. Well, that was the guy with the rueful axe. That's been Elder Scrolls Online, everybody. Woo! Okay, no, we got a long way left to go. Red Isle X.
How bad is it? Can the High Priestess replace the item? I'm hurt.
Ow! right.
Did you find what you were looking for in the mine?
I'm not sure. I need to consult with my contact.
Of course. I perfectly understand. I think I'll wait a little longer and see if any of my miners were able to escape from the cultists. Good luck with your mission, whatever it is.
All right. So next we are headed off to Elden Ring, which is there. Is there anything I need to collect on the way? Yes, there is, in fact, things I need to collect on the way. There is a sky shard over here that we're going to start with. We ride! There's a troll! I don't want to deal with the troll. Farewell! I don't remember what the purpose of that cave is. Oh dear, Red Exiles.
I demand to see my brother. Lay hands upon me, and you will lose them. You there! The territory of the Red Exiles shouldn't be traveled lightly.
Damn, she's badass.
Ashlanders once respected each other, helped one another. You'd think these were house wolves or tribunal dogs, the way they treated me. Speaking of the tribunal, you have the smell of dog about you. I wonder why that is.
I'm looking for something for Lord Vivek.
Lord Vivek, is it? And I thought all the tribunal cared about was building monuments to their own greatness. Nice to see that one of them cares about what's going on beyond their borders. Well, perhaps we can need each other this day, Outlander.
What kind of help do you need?
Ashlanders are nomads, but we gather at sacred sites to trade, confer, and pay homage to the past. Aldrin is such a place. That's why Chodala invited the Red Exiles here. But these outcasts won't let me into their camp. I need to find my brother.
Who's your brother?
My brother, Chodala, is the Ashkan of our tribe, and I am his ambassador. I act as a go-between among the tribes. Chodala wants to unite the Dunma and calmly end the era of the bickering houses. He hopes to convince the tribes to follow his lead.
So what do you need me to do?
Head into the Red Exiles camp and find my brother. Otherwise, see if you can find out what he was doing in there and where he's gone. Be wary of the outcasts. As you saw, they won't hesitate to attack without reason or provocation.
Your brother rules over the Ashlander tribes?
No, just our tribe, the Urshilaku, though he's respected by most of the other Ashlanders for his wisdom and strength of will. He does hope to unite the tribes in a common cause, however. That's one of the reasons we've gathered here at Aldrin.
Tell me more about your brother.
My brother and I have always worked to help our people and improve the Ashlander way of life. He used to believe that peaceful negotiation was the best path to accomplish this. Recently, however, things have become different. He's almost like...
Like what?
No, that's not something I'm ready to talk about with an outsider. Perhaps after you prove your trustworthiness and willingness to help us, then we can discuss my brother in more detail. Perhaps.
You said your brother wants to unite the tribes. Are you planning to go to war?
That's not our goal, but the tribes will defend themselves if necessary. No, we hope to present a united front and show the houses the folly of the path they've embarked upon. Turning away from our forefathers and god ancestors has made them weak.
Tell me more about the Red Exiles.
The Red Exiles? They're violent, dangerous Ashlanders who were banished from their tribes and joined together to create their own clan. Chodala invited them to the gathering and went into the camp to talk, but he's been gone too long. I'm worried.
You think I'll have to fight my way through the camp?
As you saw, hostility is second nature to the Red Exiles. We're here to negotiate. They're no better than thieves and murderers. If they spot you in their camp, you'll need to defend yourself. It's unfortunate, but they'll leave you no choice.
Alright. Hello? Hello? Meeting with the Neverine and Wilder of Soraya. Oh, this is bad. Oh, there's somebody claiming to be the Navarine. So, for those of you who are not familiar, the main character of Elder Scrolls Online, or not online, the main character of the Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind is the Navarine, a chosen one of the Dark Elf people. And over the centuries, a lot of people tried to claim to be the Navarrene, and this is one of those people.
You seem to have survived your visit to the Red Exiles camp. Did you find my brother?
No, but I found this record of his meeting with the Red Exiles leader.
Interesting. I never suspected that the outcasts were disciplined enough to keep records such as this. Oh no. I can't believe my brother would be so brazen.
He called himself the Navarrene. Do you know what that means?
It means that Chodala really has changed. With his newfound powers and rising ambitions, I fear what he plans for the tribes. I suppose you have a right to know what I'm talking about. Take this. I found it among my brother's possessions.
Another scroll. Did your brother write this?
Chodala discovered new power out in the wilderness, and it changed his view of the world. He writes about it in that document. Now he believes he's a Nerevarine, and incites the tribes, while I try to keep them all from doing anything rash.
What's the Navarrene?
You don't know? I thought... No, you're not an Ashlander, and the House Elves rarely talk about such things. Long ago, there was a hero named Nerevar.
Nerevar.
He fought alongside the Tribunal, before they claimed to be gods, until they betrayed him.
The Tribunal betrayed Nerevar?
So our legends say. Nerevar united the Kaima, and forged an alliance with the Dwemer. He died at the Battle of Red Mountain. We believe the Tribunal hastened his demise, despite Vivek's claims to the contrary.
But where does the Navarrene, the Navarrene fit into all this?
The Nerevarine is a promise and a prophecy. We believe that, through the power of Azura, Nerevar will return to unite all Dunmer, House and Ashlander alike, and make Morrowind great again. The returned Nerevar will be known as the Nerevarine.
You don't believe your brother's claim?
While the prophecy of the Nerevarine can be interpreted as the end of the Tribunal, I have always seen it as a prediction of hope and peace. Chodala and some Ashlanders, such as the Red Exiles, favor war. That's not the Nerevarine I believe in.
You think your brother wants a war?
He uses an Ashkon's words to plant dark ideas in his followers. Ideas that speak of false gods, lost traditions, and the need for a cleansing war. His words become more forceful every day, but I hope to dissuade him from this violent course.
Tell me about your brother's new power.
All I know is that his new power frightens me. Chodala returned from a sojourn in the wilderness more vibrant, more commanding. He's always been strong, but now he's fearless, practically invincible, and swifter than the fastest Ashlander scout.
What do you think the source of the power is?
Chodala says his new abilities strengthen his claim as the Nerevarine. I think it's the staff he carries. He had it when he returned, and now it's always at his side. I know it's unreasonable, but I hate that staff. He calls it Sunara.
Alright. Well, we're going to head to investigate the tower next. We will return here and we'll do the quest here later. I want to return to Vivek City real quick. We only have a short amount of time left in today's stream, so I'm going to turn in the the rubbings I've got so far, and I'll start heading towards the next location. And then there's something else I want to do before the end of today's stream, something that I've been meaning to do for a couple of episodes that I keep forgetting to do. We're gonna do today before the end of this stream, so as long as I don't forget about it in the next 13 minutes. Also, we've not made a whole bunch of progress this episode either, so that's another one of my motivators, is I kind of want to get some progress in. That's the Archcanon's office. That's not what we're looking for. Right, ready to see some magic?
Well done, Outlander. Well done. As you recover more rubbings, return here to me. With every detail we add to our model, the closer we get to discovering the location of the lost library. I prepared a list of tombs you need to find. Refer to the note as you conduct your search.
I found a new rubbing for you.
Wonderful. I'll decipher its portion of the clues and finalize the associated section of the diorama at once.
Wow, look at that. That's actually quite a bit of the diorama added. We already had Vivek City, which is over here. And now we have Balmora added, which is here. Wow. Looks really good, actually. Yeah, we gotta get all the way over there. So we're gonna start working our way that direction, and then we'll end off probably before we get there, though. So we'll probably get there next episode. Ow. Hey, I know who that is. It's Lady Laurent.
Just one frustration out. It's about damn time you buoyant armchairs arrived. I requested assistance almost an hour ago and... Oh, hello. I was just thinking about you. You may not be a bouncing armature, but you've never disappointed me before. Perchance you're here to help?
What seems to be the problem, Lady Laurent?
First, my assistants from the Mages Guild disappeared without so much as a by your leave. Then, my useless manservant Stibbons vanished. Said he was going to solve the mystery, but now he's disappeared as well. And it's almost tea time. Oof, intolerable.
What are you and your assistants doing out here?
We were exploring the Balfell ruins when everyone left me. I expect such behavior from the hired help, but Stibbons? He's usually more dependable than that. Locate the mages and Stibbons, then use this signal wand so I can join you.
I'll signal you after I find Stibbons and the missing mages.
I blame the investigator Vale books I lent to Stibbons. He was never this adventurous before he became enchanted with her admittedly thrilling stories. But what are you still doing here? I thought you were going to find Stibbons and the mages.
What's so special about the Belfell ruins?
That's what we're trying to determine. Balfell was once a great city built atop an ancient center of Sheogorath worship. Now only the Daedric ruins remain. Once we find the treasure, I'll be more famous than that blowhard Narcissus Dren.
I hate Narcissus Dren. Narcissus Dren?
No one of note. Just a pretentious, arrogant author and adventurer with an overinflated sense of self-importance. He's an irritating dark elf who loves to hear himself talk. And the topic of conversation? The greatness of Narcissus Dren.
Don't worry, I turned him into a bottle. He's not bothering anybody right now. You mentioned treasure?
Treasure, relic. I'm sure there's something important hidden in the ruins. According to local rumors, people disappear around Balfell all the time. That's what sparked my interest. Mysterious happenings often extend my fame and fortune.
Disappear like Stibbons and the mages?
I suppose there could be a connection. On the other hand, never attribute to ancient curses what can be explained by greed and laziness, I always say.
You are such a ray of sunshine, Lady Laurent. Tell me more about these mages.
Oh, they were just your typical apprentices. Young, eager, hoping to make a name for themselves by working alongside a famed treasure hunter. The 6 of them readily broke off promptly at sunset yesterday and abandoned the camp. They abandoned me!
Why do you think they abandoned you?
They already had my gold, so I stay to finish the work. Not the studious and well-mannered apprentices I expect from the Mages Guild. Besides, if truth be told, they were incompetent. I'm surprised they remained with us as long as they did.
And tell me about Stibbons.
My manservant Stibbons. He's lazy, drinks too much, and requires detailed instructions to accomplish the simplest of tasks. But his fish stew is delicious, I'll grant him that. I regret letting him read my collection of Investigator Vale mysteries.
What do the Investigator Vale books have to do with all this?
Have you read them? She's a brilliant detective. I fear Stibbons got the wrong idea and thinks he can find the missing mages just like Investigator Vale. When you locate him, I shall express my disapproval for his reckless disregard of his duties.
All right, and that is, we're going to put a pin in that right there, and that's a good place to end off the episode for today. So we're going to do that one thing I was talking about, and then when we come back next week, we're going to pick up on that quest with Lady Laurent, and then we'll continue on the main quest. But first, there's one thing that I've been meaning to do, and I keep forgetting to. So we're going to go do it right now before I forget to do it again. And it's back in Blackreach, the Archizard Cavern.
I did not expect any company, my friend.
Hello, Verandus.
You caught me in a moment of quiet contemplation. But please, join me.
What are you contemplating?
I have lived a very long time. Even by high elf standards, I am ancient. I confess, I often embrace the routine as a distraction from the gnawing dread of my curse. Many times I sought a home, a family, and a cause. Yet I never remained for long.
You regret that?
It was not always my choice. Seeing the lengths Rodda went to save the Grey Host makes me question my commitment. Did I ever fight that hard for those I loved? Or did I just convince myself I had to move on because it was easier to start over?
Have you found your answer?
Not yet. I think I may have gotten it right this time, however. I built something that will outlast me. The Raven Watch are able, caring, devoted. I raised them well. It's comforting to know I have somewhere to return. Even if only occasionally.
I'm sure they'll be glad to see you whenever you do.
They are my family. And you as well. I had not confided in anyone since Rodda, until you took up my cause. I would like to bequeath my name to you, if you will have it.
I will.
Then it's in good hands. Thank you for coming to visit, my friend. This little chat has dispelled some of the gloom hanging over me.
Until next time, Verandus.
The bonds of friendship weave a net that will catch you when you fall. Rodda said that, though the sentiment is much more martial in the original Yokuru.
I'm sure.
You always be surrounded by those who will catch you when you need them most.
And now, I take up the title of House Ravenwatch. Alright everyone, I want to thank you for watching if you did, and I hope to catch you next week as we continue on with the Vardenfell DLC. Thanks for the patience while we did side quests again this week, and hopefully we'll get back to working on the main quest next week. Thank you very much, and goodbye.